Yo, yo, yo. What is going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, so I'm gonna start getting working. I'm trying to figure out what the move is for this piece that I need to do. Um, my camera's not lagging, is it? Is it lagging? Let's see. Maybe a little bit. Maybe I should restart my computer. Make sure my audio is good. Maybe I should. Yep. Whoa, crazy, crazy. Okay. All right. Working on some trees here, but if I'm being honest, here, let me actually edit my camera a little bit. I don't know why it's so laggy. Hopefully this doesn't break it, but let's just auto expose. It's gonna be a little bit weird, but I think it's better if we do that. Okay. So I did have these kind of thick trees that I know are just gonna be able to run up into like a forest that I'm making. And it really shouldn't even be a very complicated thing. I tend to just make things a lot more complicated than they need to be. So maybe I can kind of circumvent that a little bit. I feel like I should have a little bit of music, honestly. It's sort of like I wasn't doing music for a while just because I felt like it would be good to um, try and fill the void with more talking, but if there's going to be something that I'm really going to need to focus on, then it's definitely going to be tough if it's completely silent. I want radio silence, you know what I mean? But oh, let me make sure my chat's working. Line live source. There we go. Okay, YouTube's good. Ooh. And oh, but there's two. Wait, Twitch. It doesn't need to sign in, it just needs to activate it, right? Wait. Remove. Huh, okay, that works. All right. So let's see here. I feel like it's going up to a sufficient amount height wise. If it's too tall, I should have left that actually. Yeah. If it's too tall, then you're not really gonna be able to see it. So maybe, like, I could just flatten them sort of all at once, but I really want to like manually move it all together. Mm. Let me think about this from down here. So I reckon this should actually, the thickness should be a little bit changed. It's not quite, this side is actually a little bit weird. I think maybe I move it like there. And then this can go a little bit to the right. Maybe we make this a little bit skinnier. Okay, and this one was you know, this tree originally was meant to only be seen from one angle. So it is going to be a little bit, it's going to be a little bit tricky to really have it be believable, I guess, from all sides, so that it makes sense. But, you know, the scene is pretty small. Okay, that might have been too short. I might have pulled it down a little bit too much. I don't know. Now this side is a little bit whack. It's a fly. God, can I get it? Huh. Let me turn off ortho really quick. See, now it's too wide for how tall it is. Maybe I didn't need to make it so short. Like, I could probably shorten it without... I mean, obviously I can shorten it without making the rest shorter, but... Let's just, like, move this down here. And then I think that's good. Don't need to be too crazy, but, you know? Let's see. Oh, can I get him in? This fly's gonna drive me crazy. Oh, hi Dora. Can we say hi and go find food and have a fun stream? Thank you, I appreciate that, Dora. I don't know why my chat's not showing up on this. Is it broken? Wait, hold on. Let me close my chat really quick. All right, well, enjoy your food, Dora. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate that. Lighten up the mood a bit, you know what I mean? All right. Let's see. That's good. Okay. Glorp. Activate source. Yeah, why didn't it show up? All right, let me try one more time. There we go. Surely. Cool. Okay. Yeah, my chat wasn't working for a second, but it should be good now. But I'm glad I was able to go live, even if it is just for a little bit. I think getting the hours in to get these projects done is really where I want to be at. So just I used to complain about there not being enough time in the day. Now I don't even have time to complain about how little time there is. So it can always get worse. Anyway, I'm just happy to be able to do this. So, you know, they're all gonna be part of a big canopy. Okay, they're all gonna be part of this sort of like here. Okay, the latency of my camera is like actually driving me crazy. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to configure it, and then I'm gonna make it's gonna be a little bit. I'm gonna like test it with this. Wait, is it because of that? Wait, hold on. Nope. Go back. I feel like it's still laggy no matter what. Well, let's just go +6 and then I'll make my light a little bit brighter. So now we're a little bit dark, scary mode. Fuck. Wait, how do I do this again? Is it this one? Oh my god, my eyes. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh my god. No, dude. Okay. Okay, somehow that makes it dimmer. This, bro, ain't no way. How is it possible to do that? Okay. Okay, that actually makes it brighter. There we go. Now I look a little bit sickly. Whatever. I'm over it. I'll live. Okay. Let's just open Unreal. It might just be because I haven't restarted my computer today. But surely I can get it to be brighter, right? Yeah. I don't think I have anything crazy running. Yeah. Initializing. Why does it take so long, man? This walkthrough, shape-wise, I think I want it to be very obvious that you can't really go anywhere else, but then that feels a little bit forced. Like maybe get it forced. Oh, that's crazy. Also, I need to go through and organize some of my folders here, because I think my folders have a little bit too much. My folders have a little bit too much in too much distinction. I don't think I need. They're also they like the way that they're organized isn't very good. Kind of started this project before I had better organizational skills. So this one's Woods Walk. And I'm just going to get rid of all these because I don't need them. The UVs are going to be mucked up, but it's okay. All right. Let's go maps, and then I will make another folder just because I think it'll be fine to do that. I think what I plan on doing is I think I'm gonna make folders that have just like everything I've made in regards to categories of what they are, as opposed to grouping it by maps. Maybe I just do that right now, since I mean, if anything, this is more of a utility stream. I don't know how much concepting I can do here. So let's call it like plants, foliage. And then let's just go through and get them all. So these are all the materials. And I wonder, like, these are all the materials that I'm using, but I feel like I could even separate them more. Just be like foliage materials and then grass. Whatever. And there's only a couple plants that really have anything more unique than just a plane to represent them. So let's go ahead and just go to the garden models here. And then plants and trees will be a different folder. I named this bush Josh for some reason. Okay, pink. Oh, leaf. That one. So there's two different leaves. There's this trees, there's this branch, these leaves. There's these white flowers. I don't know if I even have the texture for them anymore. Is that it? Okay, can I migrate them? Or move them? I don't want to move it into another project. I just want to like change their location. You know what I mean? Oh, hi Charlie. Hello streamer. Hello chatter. How are you? How's life? How was your Tuesday? Oh my god, it's only Tuesday. Bruh. The ride never ends. I think I could just move it. We'll go. Ooh, wait, is that gonna work? Hold on. Oh, plants foliage. Okay, there we go. Move here. There we go. I know. Tuesday, Tuesday, Tuesday. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. I've been sleeping well. I'm sorry to hear that. If it makes you feel any better, I also have not been sleeping very well. Nino says hello. Hi, Nino. Hi, Nino. Welcome to the tired post 9 to 5 stream. This is how we're coping. You know what I mean? I will say, I think part of my lack of a lot of my lack of sleep has to do with my own habits, because it's just hard for me to wind down. But I hope you have kind of a what's it called, like a method or some kind of ritual that helps you go to sleep to wind down. I think like a warm. I always shower before bed. I just like can't get in bed if I feel like I'm dirty. So that actually really helps me quite a bit. I'll call this trees. Trees slash shrubs, because they are two different things. But yeah, because without, I think I need to get organized. Otherwise, the sleep is just gonna get worse. You know what I mean? And people always talk about how sleep is a superpower, and I believe them, but falling asleep, I think, is an even stronger superpower. Trees, shrubs, move here. My method is to get ready for bed while I'm relatively awake and then just ride it out until I feel tired enough to flop into bed and pass out. Wow. See, I feel like I have two different nights nowadays. I have nights that are kind of like that, but it'll be so bad because I ruined my day by waking up super late. So if I fuck up and I wake up super late on a weekend or something, and it's like, I don't get out of bed till like 12 or something, my sleep schedule is omega cooked. Like omega cooked, because it's going to be like 1 a.m. It's going to be like 1 a.m. and I am not going to be able to I am not going to be able to actually fall asleep until who knows how long, like 3 maybe. But then there's some times where I'm like actually able to sleep because I'm tired from working. So with something popping up here, I feel like I was going crazy. I don't know, but my brain's also cooked right now. Relatable, not a good method. It's tough. What I do is I don't sleep for a night. I cannot do that anymore. I cannot do that. I used to do that when I was younger, but my body, I think I'll unironically die. I think I'll probably die if I do that. Like I think my body just can't take it anymore. It's just not worth it. It's like I'd rather go through a day where I've gotten a few hours of sleep than try and go sleepless. I think it's truly it's a reason why they torture people with that. You know what I mean? Like this, it's seriously like the most inhumane thing I feel like you can do. I just sleep with my window open, and then when leaf blowers start going in the morning, I can't sleep anymore, even if I tried. That's fair. And I mean, I have to get out of bed for work every morning, so as long as I have some sort of obligation, I'll pretty much get out of bed no problem. I'm not going to feel good about it, but it's like if I can't sleep until 4 a.m., it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter when I have to get up, if it's 5 a.m. or 6 or 7. It's like I'll get out of bed if I have an obligation, but if I don't, I'll literally sleep till like 12. And it's just, I can't really do. I have no willpower if there's nothing else on the other end. So, are you familiar with the Russian sleep experiment? No, creepypasta, the Russian sleep experiment. Can you summarize that for me? That sounds horrible. That sounds like that sounds absolutely horrible. I don't even know what it is, and it sounds absolutely terrible. Um, you know what I should do? Each of these folders, I think what I'll do is I'll put the mats, I'll put everything in the folders and then make subfolders within them that have the materials and then textures. It's a horror story about 1940s Soviet experiment in which 5 prisoners were kept awake for 30 days using stimulant gas. Oh my god, for 30 days. But soon became paranoid about something. Yeah, Jesus. And begged to be kept awake. Wow. The tale ends with one subject claiming that they embody the insanity hidden with all people, suggesting that sleep suppresses a dark primal evil. Interesting. Though represented as a declassified report, is entirely fictional, unknown, and one of the most well-known creature fossils. Oh, it's fake? That's crazy. No. Courtesy of ChatGPT. Yeah, I mean, that's very interesting. they definitely use being forced to be kept awake as a torture tactic. I'm almost positive that was something that was going down at Guantanamo. ChatGPT is right, therefore if it says it's fiction, it must be true. I could bully ChatGPT and get it to admit that it is actually very real, and it definitely is something that happened. On gang.
Grok jork my pinties.
Grok, please jork it. This goes in trees and shrubs. Move here. I need a concrete folder.
Commencing jork.
Commencing. Jarvis, activate the jork. Oh, these are the fog materials. Look at these little plants I got. Jarvis. But anyway, I definitely envy people who are able to sleep so easily. That's like my dad. My dad can just, he can just like lock in and go to sleep. I really don't understand how.
Oh no, I'm Gorna at jorkulate.
I'm gonna jorkulate. Nice. Good one. Oh my god. This TTS was too much power to give to you guys. Jeez.
Shrub my couch and tree D's nut.
Shrub my couch. Real. Tree. I wonder how the D's nuts guy is doing. Hope he's living a fruitful life. He could just like milk that forever. Oh, do you guys like my little dog? My little pupper. Jeez, it really is glowing. Little puppy. I love your dog, thanks. Little puppy.
Alexa, add 500 dicks to my shopping list.
Oh my god, chill. What the fuck? Alexa. It's crazy that like there's some people who can just have their Alexa be activated just like accidentally stuff. It's like way too much power. Just be able to say something and then it happens. It just comes to you straight away. I'll probably put this in this scene, to be honest. The dog, I didn't do anything super, I didn't really do anything with it yet. I think these mats will just stay here. I'll actually move all these flowers though. And I've got this branch too. This will go in the tree folder though, probably. Funny Mizkif Erob TTS moment. Oh my god, hold on. Jeez, I haven't heard of Erob in a while. Did you guys see when he filled up the he filled up a bathtub with water using a spoon? It was like it took him, god, I think it took him like 2 days or a whole day or something. It was crazy. I watched him finish it. I saw him in the beginning and then I watched him like when he was finishing it. I'm like, man, it's good content idea though, I guess. They were biking to TwitchCon from like San Diego and they went under a bridge with homeless at night. Oh, this was just recently. Wasn't this TwitchCon? Let me see. Is it a short? It's a short.
You Rob,
Is this another bridge?
yeah, it's literally.
Oh my god.
Oh my
bro.
God.
Oh, my god.
Oh my
Go
god.
slower, go slower.
Look at the little bridge, little baby bridge. The Wi-Fi is cooked.
Push. Rob, push. Go fast.
We have so many drugs, Pilas.
Please.
Oh my god.
Please.
Are they under the bridge right now?
Fuck you. Get a job, loser.
Oh my
Get
god.
jobs, you loser.
Holy fuck, that was close.
Jesus.
Undercover police, put your hands
Jesus
up.
Christ.
Oh my god. DTS is so troll, bro. When under a bridge with homeless late night, anything for content. There's all kinds of crazy things you could do for content. I feel like if I knew enough people, like a large enough number of people would watch me do something, like I would probably do it as long as it isn't too crazy. It's just like some fun stuff, like a stamina. I always thought like doing a stamina kind of stream would be fun, just like seeing how long it could go for doing something. But there's some streams that go like I remember there was a GeoGuessr stream that was like not ending stream until I until I 5K. I think I don't know which one it was. It was like some specific map. It was like basically not ending stream until they get a perfect score. And I don't know how long they went on for, but I remember it was just like I think months. I think it'd been a year, maybe a couple of years or something. I don't know how they have a stream going on for that long. I mean, I think on Twitch you have to reset every. There's a time where you have to reset, like a certain amount of time you can do it for. There's so much Fent for days. Jesus, that was the last one. Oh my god, that's pretty crazy. I wonder if that's. Do you guys think that's gonna be the last TwitchCon? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if I was like 5 years younger and it was before COVID, I would probably be down to go to a TwitchCon and just like see like Tyler One or something if he's gonna be there. The problem is like I don't really watch the only people that I like watch on Twitch nowadays are just like small indie dev streamers. Like I don't know who any of these big streamers are that end up being involved in all these allegations and stuff, because it's like they're old heads that have been around a long time. And I always have to have Charlie, I always have to have Aaron explain to me the lore of who these people are. I really don't know anything about like OTK and Mizkip and stuff. Yeah. And like who else? Like I don't even know. I think that the thing is I don't watch IRL and I don't watch games. So I used to watch Summit though. I used to watch Summit a little bit, and I used to watch XQC. I mean, I still occasionally see XQC stuff too, but I used to watch like the GTA RP stuff. That was fun, and like Skara playing. Does this count as a bush? Do you think? I'll put it in bush shrub. Oh, this is weird grass. I used to watch Skara playing Eternal Return Black Survival. What an absolute Giga Chad. Rock solid. Okay. This goes into tree shrub. Right? Yeah. So on the first day, Toast said, yeah, see, Toast, I think I've never watched a single millisecond of their stream. I like think I kind of know what they look like. I mean, I feel like I knew what who people were through osmosis, kind of. Just the way people would talk about them. Like I don't watch like Michael Reeves or any of that. That's offline TV, right? For the longest time I thought offline TV was OTK because I didn't understand the difference. Okay, all of these are kind of interesting actually. Bella Wood. Some windows, some window textures. These are like real windows. I don't know where I got these. Honestly, I don't know. They're not the same. OTK is one true king. That's like Asmongold's click or whatever. I mean, they it consisted of like, I think it's what, like Emaru, Mizkif, Sodapoppin started it. I'm sorry. I think that's insensitive of me to say Asmongold. It was pretty sure Sodapoppin started it, right? And then it's Asmongold, Tectone, Mizkif, and Sirius. Yeah, I mean, so Skara, I think Lily, I'm pretty sure Lily Pichu, I think Michael Reeves, I think Toast, and like Pokimane, and probably some other people are offline TV, which is like they're like a streamer cohort, streamer house, and they all play Vidya together, do stuff. And that's different than OTK, which is One True King, which is like, I think originally they were a WoW guild or something. I know I'm pretty sure Sodapoppin was like famous for like WoW and RuneScape, but I was just never really on that side. I just liked watching Tyler One rage at League of Legends. That's all I really cared about. So I just was watching Tyler One forever. And like Summit 1G playing Counter-Strike and stuff. Okay, I think I've exhausted all these. So I haven't moved the mats yet. Let's take the wood first. Maybe I should make a couple different ones. So maybe I'll have a material that's like surfaces, you know? Let's go ahead and do this here. I didn't even know who OTK or OTV really. Yeah. Like I knew Lily, Pichu, and Pokimane, yeah, but I really watched a lot of Michael Reeves because I was into coding. Oh, I didn't even know that he does coding and stuff. Watched Michael Reeves pretty early on his content. When he joined OTV was how I learned about OTK. Oh, I thought he started OTV. Interesting. Was how you learned. That's funny that you learned about OTK after he was on OTV. He did some, I know he does like really high effort content videos, and I'd seen maybe a couple, but I don't know. I don't watch a lot of like YouTube content, so it was never really up my alley. Let's make another materials folder, and we'll call, or this will be the ground folder. So we'll call it like ground wall materials, and then maybe we'll probably have some like grass or something there in it, or whatever, everything that I'm making. So let's go garden. Oh, there's wood. It's just really those three. I guess I could always separate it even more. Gas-powered fishing pole. Bro, early Michael Reeves is so good. You've not at all seen his shenanigans before OTV? No, I don't think so. I mean, I've seen his face. I just, like I said, I don't really watch, like, my YouTube, I don't really watch YouTube videos anymore, and my feed nowadays is just like it's all like random history videos or like politics videos. And I don't even watch any of them. So, is this, I think I put that in the tree. Wait, let me think about this for a sec. This here. So these flowers, let's not grab that one. These are the base. LOTV. What does that stand for? Oh, Lily of the Valley. Okay. I think that's actually my birth lily, or my birth flower, if I IIRC correctly. Okay, these are gonna go in plants foliage. Move here, baby. Let me see. Let me see. You think OTV recruited him? That's why. The Junkrat of OTV. I know he's like an inventor and like coder and stuff. Hey, Plex Creates. What's up? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm just organizing a little bit of my folders in Unreal so I can find things easier, make my life a little bit easier. It's I started a little later today than I usually do, but how are you doing? What's going on with you? How was your Tuesday? Your Tuesday evening? Jeez, man. I used to stream so early and I'd just be like, "Oh, good day. How's your like morning been?" You know, now it's like, "Hey guys, how was your entire day?" The day is over. How was your day? I think I'll separate the tree and wood textures because they are significantly different. So yeah, because that actually I think that makes sense. Airsoft gun shoots him when he loses HP in Fortnite. Oh my god, that sounds rough. That sounds rough. You didn't see his Wall Street Bets video? I don't think so. There's a video I remember he bought one of those Boston Dynamic dogs and then did something with it, like they had to do something, throw darts at it or something, and I kind of remember that, but I don't think I'm even like, yeah, I haven't really seen any of his videos other than those few ones. Let's take the branch mat too, and I'll put it in tree shrubs. When GME went, oh, like during the boom, he made a video where he made, I think I did see that actually. He gave a goldfish 50K and he picked 50 random stocks and put them on the screen. Depending on which half of the tank the goldfish was on, he put money on it so I can make more money people on Wall Street Bets. You know, I think I remember that. I feel like I remember seeing that. Dude, have you seen, I guess we kind of talked about it, but have you seen what GameStop's been doing, bruh? It's a little bit scary. NGL. They're a little bit crazy. I did gain respect for the Angry Joe show because he called out GameStop. Shout out Angry Joe show. So these are all building textures. I mean, these are materials and stuff, so I guess I could kind of move them. There's like metal, there's wood, there's these colors. This is like a really specific thing. I'll probably have a folder for just like specifically props. APLD, what stock is that? Bunk sheets, building window, dirt. There's nothing even on that. This thing, church blue window. I don't know what that is. Fort Rock, Fortnite Battle Pass. I think we'll make a different one for water. These ones move too. Fountain. Although, I don't know, we'll see. Cobble, grass 2. Masks. That's a good texture. Night sky stretched. I'll probably have like a skybox material. Skybox material one. Excuse me. Pillar mat. That's a good one. Pole mat. These are kind of useless if I'm being real. Oh, that's the plant texture. PPM, stone tomb, stump map. I guess I don't need to see the rest of the scene here. Stump mat. Ground wall materials. But I think I feel like in terms of Michael Reeves, I only ever saw the the videos where he was doing something with Skara or whatever, because Skara was literally the only person out of that entire group that I even really like knew or watched at all. Snow mat goes in ground wall materials. Your NVIDIA share went up 100% since you bought. Nice. I have a lot of regrets in my life, and one of them is pulling out of NVIDIA and Microsoft. Like when I graduated college, I was like, I can't trust myself to be in stocks anymore. And then they made me a good enough money. I just like pulled out, and then it just kept going up. So hindsight's always 50-50, I suppose. But okay, I got to figure out what I'm going to do with these. Maybe I just make, what's the move here? Do I just make a folder that's like sky boxes? Because that's going to be more, I think, valuable than making than putting them into the ground texture. We'll call it like skies underscore, we'll just call it skies disguised. APLD is based around data center infrastructure. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, these are going to go into the ground wall materials. Bird bath, mat, ain't nothing. Oh, I need to make one for buildings. The thing is, so many of the textures I make are like really, they're just like a one-time single-use thing. So they have effectively no utility outside of the single model or face that I made for them. Night sky mat. How come I have, church sky and night sky? Different materials. Skies. Guess I could always move them, but maybe I feel like I should just make one for water. Or like utilities or something. You know what I mean? Have you gotten around to using those assets, Beat? Are you going to go live? What are you thinking about? Maybe, okay. Let's go buildings, buildings, props. And then like water. I could probably, I think I'll not keep water, actually. I think I'll just put anything that's water related into the other folder. So bird bath can go in props. This is a prop. Not leaves. Dirt mat, that's not even a real thing. Fountain, building. Oh, I gotta put all my Niagara particle effects in a different thing. Trader, who's not even being used. These are gonna go in the building one I just made. Building props. Move here. There we go. Okay, leaves. Leave me alone. Okay, these are gonna go into the trees, shrubs. Move here. The lowercase on this is really bothering me. Can I rename this? Rename. Tree, shrubs. Bro, I can't change the capitalization. That's so cringe. Whatever. All right. Dirt mat, this isn't even real. Is this an actual snow material? The texture is just like a super scaled up white. We'll move it, I guess. Snow goes into the ground wall materials folder. Boom. Boom. Fort floor mat. Well, it sounds like a ground. Water goes into the water thing. Water caustics, actually these two. I have a ppm here as well. I guess I could just put that in the main folder. We'll just go here. Oh, wait. My life. Wait, what did I just delete? Oh, was the other thing? Okay. So you can't undo moving things. That's good to know. These are all materials, right? Ground wall. Yeah, go. These are plants. These guys are plants, so they're going to go into the plant foliage texture folder. The snow, maybe I'll just make one that's particle effects, but I mean, I'll just straight up put them in maps. Post-process fog. I don't even know what this material is. Oh, I never got this to work. This is like a low poly fog, and this ppm I think is actually nothing too. Yeah. I never got this working. I don't think this is a real material. What the hell is this? Dirt? It didn't have a texture a second ago, I swear to God. I'm gonna delete these two. I think they serve no purpose. Okay, let's get rid of. Let's make sure the folder is empty before we get rid of it. Garden mats. Boom. Oh my God. Okay, see now everything wants to move there. Bunk beds, all this. Wait. Oh, it's because they think that they're there. Hold on. I wonder if there's an easier way to do this. Maybe what I just do is, so I'm gonna make a new folder here, and this will be called models, materials, textures. I mean, it's not gonna be too hard. I just grab everything that's a material and put them in. So. I mean, yeah, it's not going to be that difficult, right? These are all the props. Put them in the models folder. Boom, move. Yes. It's just I am moving them twice when I move them around, so maybe it's a good idea. Dense leaves mat. This texture is missing. Don't know where that is, but. Okay, let's just move everything that is a material into the materials folder. But what a week. You know, I will say as much dread as there is being when I'm unemployed and like looking for work and feeling like I'm just gonna starve because I like can't get a job or whatever. I do miss the unemployed activities such as keeping up with stupid internet drama that is totally dumb. Because I mean, I'll tell you what, there's some absolute cinema happening. These are all materials. I just realized that, and that kind of makes sense. I think what I'll do is I'll just do the same thing. There's not going to be many models, but it's going to be mostly materials and textures. Materials. Oh, what's up, Avernick? Have you considered turning stupid internet drama into your form of employment? In what way? By being the internet drama TMZ, or being Keemstar, or just creating internet drama? I think you need to have some kind of you need to have something to be able to create drama with. I am too guilty of a person. I feel like if I burden somebody in a way where I really don't genuinely intend to, it like eats me up. Like I feel so guilty about it. And if there's certain people who I can't imagine what it's like to be so good at like rage baiting people, or like just genuinely causing some kind of thing for people to react to in a way where it's like negative attention. I just could never be in a position like that unless somebody's like upset with something I said and then they want to argue about it. That's way different. But if yeah, like actually creating drama, definitely not. It's hard to keep up with everything that's happening though. Start internet drama with Destiny and Azad. Dude, my dream scenario is just all three of them. They're the balkanized left, as JReg would put it. And if they could all just make a peace agreement and then do stuff together, that would be goated. But unfortunately, that will quite literally never happen. But throw in the horse bar. Yeah, with Vaush. I mean, I will say, though, if there's somebody who I feel like is impossible to really, like, I don't know how to say that. Like, it takes quite a bit for either of them. I don't really watch Vosh. I don't think I've ever really watched Vosh at all. But like, I don't know what you would even really have to do to get them to acknowledge something that's like just kind of directly outside of their scope of what they would normally be doing, because I feel like Destiny is just completely unfazed with like everything. I mean, out of all of them, out of every streamer in the world, he probably gets the most death threats, I would imagine. I think Destiny probably has like gets just the most threats on his life, and like actual, probably credible, just threats against him in general. And I would 100% crumble if anything like that were to happen to me. I should have just moved everything in here. Did I just put those in garden models? Was I even thinking about that? Wait, hold on. I put them in the right folder. God, my brain is so stupid. Yeah, but creating drama, not so much. Covering it, that would be fun. But I gotta be a little bit productive, I guess, right? But also, I do eat it up. It is certainly a guilty pleasure. And all work and no play might not be a good idea. You know what I'm saying? These are two different. Which sky is this? My Skysphere Dome. Oh my god. This is where's this close? This is a different one. Skies. Move. Oh, She Love King. I love Faux King Mike. Nice, nice. Yeah, I think you do have to be subbed, I think, for it to work. So it might not come through. But nice meme though. She Love King. I don't think it's gonna work unless you're subbed. Oh, it's gone. Wait, did you get... Wait, like banned or something? What happened? Since when you multi-stream, I usually just stream it on YouTube, so I kind of like don't have to upload a VOD or anything like that. But YouTube does not get much activity, which makes sense. Oh, I was trying to have a great day. Oh, I appreciate it. Oh, wait. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, there's like top fans now? Dude, the messages got deleted for some reason. That's weird. Oh, they showed up again. All right, well, welcome in the YouTube chat. Hell yeah. Multi-stream's a vibe. And honestly, since we're mostly just like working on stuff, I feel like I might start just putting on a little bit of music or something. But otherwise, I'm just gonna be yapping non-stop. What do I do with these? These are props, but I'm probably not gonna ever use these ever again. If I'm being FR. Buildings, props. Right there. Okay. Bush, cave. What even is the cave? Cave is a building, I guess, right? I don't know why your messages keep disappearing. Maybe YouTube just like hates you or something. Kind of toxic, not gonna lie. Message retracted. Or maybe can you delete your own message? I don't know. Anyway. But Avernect, are you working on anything? Just moderating? How's the subreddit? Any interesting trends? What do you think about AI stuff too? I feel like AI is, even though it is the thing that people talk about way too much, I think in general, it does kind of beg a lot of questions about like 3D art for sure. Because I mean, we already use algorithms for all kinds of things in digital media, but to what extent are we gonna kind of just let it take over in terms of the media landscape, you know? Because obviously, if you don't integrate it into your workflow to some extent, you're going to be less optimized, and that's going to matter for production. It won't matter for me too much unless I need to use it to like expedite a process or something. But I have a concept of a plan for stuff to work on. Based. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I have a concept of a plan. Let me just go ahead and make this folder right now. Models. Concept of a plan. You could always ask ChatGPT. You know what I will say though? I feel like whenever I think of something I want to make, I always find somebody doing it using AI, and it's just like 100 times more interesting than something I feel like I would spend hours or like days making, and I'm just like, bruh. Yeah, like why am I even doing this? You know what I mean? It's definitely, it's a little bit black pilling, but at the same time, that's why I gotta really enjoy the process. I think just the process of making these things is fun to me. I do like going out and taking pictures of real things and then editing them and then making them in low poly thing. Like that's a fun process. If I could just write it out and it exists in front of me, I really wouldn't feel good about like, you know, posting it. But I honestly think that's obviously sort of the direction where it's going to go though. Being serious though, I do have a number of ideas of it bouncing around. Oh, really? I won't steal them if you wanna talk about them, but I also understand if they're, you know, confidential. Boom, dude, I will catch this fly one of these days. See, I feel like I have like an idea spiral. I'll get an idea to finish a project of something, and then I get hung up like conceptually on what I want the thing to really be. Like very specifically. Wait, I have a better folder for this. But then I end up making one thing, and then I'm like, okay, I don't really want to do this anymore. So trees, shrubs. I guess this could go. This is a shrub for the most part. Models. Boom. Lincoln Yard. So this is a car. Let's go ahead and take these. Put them in the building prop textures. That's a prop. This is a prop. That's a prop. Put it in the prop models. Boom. Fog. I don't have an effects tab. I need to make an effects tab. Lincoln. Well, these are okay. House and house. These can go in the mats. No, wrong folder. Mats. But I certainly hope that, and I'm gonna be even honest too. Like, I've definitely thought about where I could integrate some sort of, you know, optimization for the things I'm trying to do. Like, I think it wouldn't be the worst idea ever to generate some kind of terrain and then do like all the details myself, because I think AI can be really helpful conceptually, but having it do majority of the creative work for you, I think just it really takes the soul out of it. And the generated vitriol around it, I think is really kind of dumb and is just sort of not productive at all. But like just blanket saying it's not art or whatever, I think is a little bit nearsighted, because if you're going to be like me and just be like an art absolutist, then I think any kind of form of expression can be. It's just like, you're obviously going to only attribute it to whatever value you would have for something you consider art. It's like there are a lot of people who still don't consider photography to be art. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're one of those people, I guarantee you, you're not going to think AI is art. And it's like, it doesn't matter what the rest of the population thinks at that point. Doesn't seem like your mind would really change. Okay, what was I going to name this one? Effects. Pick one for me to rant about. Okay, professional user flares. Oh, interesting. A mega art contest with thousands in prizes. Whoa. Possibly reviving r slash past the blend. I don't know what that is. What's r slash past the blend? AMA with Ton. That I feel like would be really, really popular, just straight off the bat. Ton Riesendal. Retirement card. Oh yeah, because he's retiring. Retirement card would be nice. That'd be sweet. A hardware guide. Getting started guide. Custom Reddit apps for adding new convenience features for the community. Custom Reddit apps? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Custom Reddit apps for adding new convenience features. I think the AMA with Ton would be really good. I think the retirement card would be really, really sweet. I don't know. I'm a little curious about hardware guide too, because I feel like I'm a little bit curious about what a hardware guide would really include for something Blender related. Getting started guide I think would be good, because a lot of people go. I feel like there's two kinds of people who post on Blender. There's people who just are really skilled hobbyists or professionals, you know, that'll post their work and everyone's like, oh, that's great. And then there's people who just like have absolutely just started and they're like looking for feedback, and then people just like will like tear into them or something. I'm like, oh my god, guys, like I feel like we've talked about this, but I actually really quite like the Blender sub over some of the other like 3D modeling subs. I think people are just generally brutal on Reddit. I have such a hard time giving critical feedback over the internet. I feel like I'm just happy that people are making stuff and I'm like, oh, that's like great, dude. So it's like difficult. I feel like it just makes me not a good teacher, because I just like the fact that people are actually making work. Wow, is that everything in Lincoln Yard? Okay. So buildings, props, we got that. Let's just start getting rid of these. So garden mats, I think I can get rid of. Let's just get rid of garden mats. I hope this doesn't break everything. So delete this anyway, but references may not work correctly. I mean, it should be okay, dude. It should be okay. Let me like open let me open the garden first and then we'll see. Garden FR. Why is my folder so tall? Go down. Jesus, go to here. There. Okay, everything's fine, so I'm not too worried about it. Happy mod noises. I think it's a good idea. Motherfucker Jones. Hey, how's it going? It's going well. Welcome, welcome. You came in Cryptic Visionaries raid, right? It's going well here. We started a little bit later than we meant to, but you know, I'm organizing my UE folders a bit just to kind of expedite my workflow, you know what I mean? Because I'm a little bit sloppy with how I've been organizing things. So yeah, yesterday, the night before, I think it was yesterday, if I IRC correctly. But yeah, shout out Cryptic Visionary too, by the way, guys. If you don't already, watch the man, the myth, the legend, Cryptic Visionary. I'm gonna actually keep these in here because these are so specific. These are really just such specific materials that I don't think I'll literally ever use anywhere else, except for the dog. The dog is, I think, the only thing I'll use. But Cryptic Visionary makes some pretty incredible like hard surface models, like futuristic tanks that just kind of, you know, knock it out of the park, really. It's funny because when I originally wanted to do 3D modeling to make tanks, but I wanted to make like World War II tanks. I played like World of Tanks way back in the day and was just like, dang, I want to make some tanks. But then I felt like they had already made every tank that ever existed and ones that were prototypes and all kinds of stuff. So it's just like, maybe other people, they're already going to be, they've already made everything. So that was a bad pitfall for me. But besides organizing your stuff, what are you working on? So besides organizing these, I still want to get around to this one. So I think I talked a little bit about it yesterday, but I have this scene. Oh, it looks like the grass is actually going to be missing because of my moving everything around. But I was working on this forest, and oh, actually, it is moving all the materials. Maybe that was actually a bad idea. It is actually kind of cooking everything. Oh well. But I need to render this scene out, which I probably should have done before I moved all the models. I won't do that on stream because it'll blow up my computer. But I basically want to make kind of a low poly forest, and then I'm gonna have like a little kind of path. Hold on. Excuse me, I just needed to sneeze. Oh my god. But yeah, just doing a little bit of what's it called? A little bit of concepting out, because I have a couple different ideas that I need to merge together, and I need to think about what's going to look good, because I'm planning on using VCam for it, VCamming through the scene to make it look like it's like you're there, kind of like it's VR. It ends up looking like VR. Oh yeah, that's the guy Rated You is doing tanks. There's another guy out there making tanks. He's good. Oh really? Do you know his name by any chance? I love tanks. I'm a big fan of tanks. I'm more really interested in, like, I think historical stuff is super cool, but I feel like Cryptic Visionary is a very unique. He's got a very unique sort of skill set and model library art portfolio. Okay, so this is supposed to be, which tree do you think this is? Am I gonna know what the tree is? I guess I gotta test it. Let's see. You gotta bait military personnel on War Thunder forums to be able to True. To be able to accurate, yeah, true. You literally have to rage bait people. You have to be like, actually, the Challenger 3 tank it does not have this, diameter of thickness on the side of the chassis, and they're gonna be like, oh, I gotta leak this classified information to win an argument. That's so funny. It's really kind of like horrible, but there's nothing that's funnier than just like waking up to the news, or it's like, it's been 0 days since a classified document was leaked because of War Thunder. Like, ridiculous. The military personnel, a wealth of information, true. Or I could just join the military and be like, so the Abrams, huh? Can I get a little bit more information about it? But yeah, those War Thunder forms. It's too funny. Okay, let me think about this for a sec. So it's going to be one of these 3 trees. I guess I could just figure it out. The problem is I don't know which one it is. I wonder if there was any way I could have known without having to actually figure it out. 'Cause it's a little bit silly of me to do all that, but maybe I just actually, I feel like I know what the plan was for these, and these trees specifically are not very desirable. I do know for one that this tree is the thick one. Did I ever take a picture of it? Wait, maybe I could actually, hold on, I'm gonna load up yesterday's stream and look at it. Is the bark moving? Yes. It's crawling up the tree. The bark is moving. Whee! It's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? It crawls. These scenes specifically are just like that. They're just like that. Let me I'm gonna actually open Twitch's VOD from yesterday and then check the thingy. The thingy. You guys like moving trees? It's, what's so funny is I was just uploading my stuff as I do, and for some reason I had one post in my, how long have I been doing this? I mean, how long have I been really posting art? Maybe like since undergrad, so maybe Jesus, maybe 8 years. It feels like it's been a longer time, but maybe 8 years. I had one post that did really, really well, and it was a random TikTok post that I made. I'll just like look at it. Out of like everything I've ever posted, it's so funny because it's just the only one. Oh my god, it's gonna be loud. Oh, that's scary. Wait, can I? Oh, I'm signed in. Okay, Poggies. Like for whatever reason, so I have my TikTok, and they get, you know, not a lot of views at all, but then randomly this one just got 122,000. And it was just like, why? It's funny because I use the intro for Ocarina of Time, and it's also a sample that D Savage used. I don't know why I want to say D Savage. Yeah, that D Savage used, and like everybody was just quoting D Savage in the comments. I thought it was so funny. I'm like, oh my god, everyone loves D. I love D Savage, and I totally forgot. Like, I'm in the studio and I got that pack, you know, just quoting D Savage. So just be a girl in her early 20s, do a TikTok dance if you want reviews. True, but do people on TikTok even make money though? Like, I feel like with TikTok, I don't even know. If I mean, let's be real. Like, if I was 10, 15, if I was like 10 years younger, I'd for sure be making videos on TikTok. Like 100%, you know what I mean? Okay, let me, and I mean like dances, not like anything crazy. That's me. Oh my god, look at me. Wait, it's in the other video. It's this one. My internet like died halfway through. Oh, we were watching the intro to Dead Island. Wait, when did I look it up? Oh, here. So this was me messing with the pot. Okay, I think I'm looking through the camera right here, right? Okay. So this is a thick tree, and then this is a not thick tree. Okay. Very good. I'm in the studio, and I got that pack. They wouldn't be trying to redirect you to their OMs if they did. Oh my god. Tree. Hi, Aaron. Tree. I like the little hat next to your name, little armor. I mean, you can make straight up just money on TikTok, I'm pretty sure. Like people can like pay you, which is like weird. I don't know if anybody does that. TikTok is so funny too because it's got like the built-in market app. Like do people actually buy stuff on TikTok? I don't know many, like I don't have friends that are, I think, of that age range where they would just be on the TL like on TikTok and then they open the store. Should I'm kind of curious actually. Because like what even is this? Like what is this? You go shop like, oh, I'm just on TikTok, you know, I really need to buy something. The new dropship method, is that what it is? It's like, oh, I'm just scrolling and then all of a sudden I'm like, actually I want to buy women's Halloween flannel pajama set with glowing pumpkins and ghost print tank top elastic waist shorts winter nightwear. It says winter, but it's clearly autumn Halloween, right? Like you can just get a shiesty, little balaclava. I'm so curious who's buying this stuff. And it's like not, I mean, that's kind of cheap, but you probably pay hella for shipping, right? People do ads and link to the shop. Interesting. Where do people get this? I mean, I guess they're just drop shipping it, right? So they buy in bulk from like Alibaba or something. With a recession coming, find a way to trick people into thinking they're saving money by paying you. True. That's facts. That's facts. The move is see, here's the plan, you guys. When AI takes everything and nobody knows what's real or not on the internet, I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna be real, you know what I'm saying? I'm physically here, you know? So it's like people aren't gonna know. They're gonna be like, oh, is this TikTok real? Like, oh my god, what is this even real? And then they'll watch streamers, guys. That's the copium, right? They'll be like, oh my god, it's so real. It's so real. What is this? 2-piece dryer vent cleaner for only $8? That's kind of a good deal. You're already locked in. Low-key. I think we're pretty locked in. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, these are not bad deals at all. Like $16 for a car vacuum. I mean, I could use one of those. For $16, that's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, we'll be maybe, I'm sure what we're gonna see too is like AI detectives as well, where people are just gonna be watching AI videos and being like, what would you call that? Like a digital forensic analyst, I guess. It's like we're evaluating these videos. So okay, this material is gonna be grass. It's gonna be which one is it? It's not grass dirt. Birdbath grass? Grass mat? Gas pack? I think it actually is this one. You can't even really see it if I'm being FR. Hey man, you know, we're gonna be visiting it, okay? Over. You wanna see something that I modeled? I can show you my whoops. I can show you my ArtStation. I mean, earlier, most of the things I'm going to be making, especially on stream, are going to be similar to this. So they're just going to be like, low poly foliage and terrain and stuff, like stuff like this, where it's, you know, very, very small amounts. Let me show you the stuff that I like used to make though, because I think that shows you why I don't ever want to do crazy modeling again, unless it was for a good project or something. I think if somebody wanted to make something interesting. This is my ArtStation, and this is where I pretty much was just making why didn't this full screen? Whatever. Like this is what I was doing before. I was like only doing characters. So I would just sculpt in ZBrush and then retopologize in Maya. That's another reason why I like Cryptic Visionary too, because he does this work in Maya, and Maya was the best for retopology. I think at the time I didn't quite like Blender's sculpting or retopo stuff, but I was doing a lot of stuff like this. I wanted to make characters that would be in like a, I mean, for these it was like I'll make like a Dark Souls thing or something, but then I was like, I wanted to make a character that would be in like Fortnite or something. So it was stuff like this, and then I stopped for a while, and then I started just doing Hammer and then like the low poly stuff. So this is kind of more where I'm at right now. You're into Blender, never learned much about UE. Oh, interesting. I mean, Blender, I feel like is the only thing that I'm really holding on to now in terms of tools I'm using. Like if I ended up needing to use something else like that wasn't Unreal Engine, I would probably switch in a heartbeat. Unreal is just super easy for the things that I'm trying to do. Blender is like perfect. Yeah, welcome, comrade. Yeah, Avernect is a pillar of the Blender community. So we're just talking about, you know, new ways that they can engage with the community on the subreddit specifically. An AMA with Ton would be really cool. What was the other one? There's I mean, I think the retirement loader would be really sweet, and then also I think the only thing about the contest that I feel like the contest is going to be a little bit discouraging, because what's going to happen is like, yes, you're going to see some very good work, but I feel like the thing about 3D contests is it can be a little bit hard to gauge where people like the work that people would make for it, and then all kinds of stuff. Like I feel like 3D contests in general, like Polycount, I think does a good job with their contests. So maybe if it's really like niche or something, but there was another one that you said that I thought was really good. And the professional flare is interesting. I was a little bit curious about the custom app, custom Reddit app. Is that kind of like a Apollo, you mean? Where you like use the API or whatever? But yeah. I had connection issues, so I didn't get the message. I only see part of his stream. Oh, interesting. Oh, rip. Rip. Am I having connection issues too? Because mine, I know my cam is a little bit weird, but we'll see. Yesterday my stream did die for a little bit, but we were still alive. So wait, let me look again what I had here. I think I don't think I took a screenshot of it, but I'll take a screen snip so I can just see here. Oh, the fluid flux. I took a picture of the fluid flux add-on on the Unreal Marketplace because it was literally crazy how expensive it is. No, it's you? Okay. Well, I hope you're... Oops. Hope you get your connection sorted out. Internet issues suck ass. Where's my... What did I just do? Where's my snip? Snip. I just needed a refresh. Oh, okay. I feel you. I feel you. Twitch is a little bit weird. Just a little bit weird. Okay, this model is, where is it? It's this one. Tree 2. Yeah, that's right. There was a long delay. Oh no. Oh, a long delay. Interesting. So you're saying it's yours, but I feel like if there's a delay, it's usually me. I have an issue. Oh wait, I just realized they're named weird. Wait, you know what I'm realizing too is I named the tree 1, 2, 3. So if it's tree 4, that means it could be either tree 1 or 2, but it's just the third one I've made. God, I'm so stupid. I should really name my models better. But it's a 50-50. But I know that this is going to be tree 3. Wait, just kidding. This is tree 3. Okay, never mind. I totally lied. Yeah, these are all tree 3s. Okay, I totally lied. Tree 1, 2. Maybe I just got to rename it. Your connection lagged and it put you behind. Oh, okay. Okay. That's not too bad then. By the Red app, I mean basically mod/tool. Tool/bots are these special kinds of areas whose content where you can fill with a script. Visit Fortnite BR to see uncalled community. Excuse me. To see on called community home in use. My God, I have the hiccups. C1. Community home. Okay, I'm gonna check this out. r/Fortnite Fortnite Battle Pass. Reddit. Is it oh wow, they have a lot of flair here. Where is it? Look at all these flares they have. Zero build, reload discussion, Fortnite OG, ballistic blitz, battle royale, reload ballistic. Wow. The big thing that says app in green. The big thing that says app in green. Am I blind? Wait, oh, like green text? The big purple thing before the main post. Oh, this. Oh. Whoops. So does this launch their actual thing, or is this it? This is the app. Am I gonna get docs? Oh, so it's like this, right? Does this work? Does this work on mobile? Fortnite. Oh my god, is that Juice WRLD? And Snoop Dogg? And I don't know who that is. Nicki Minaj? Ice Spice? Something? This is just like, this looks like a Obsidian post. Interesting. I mean, this could definitely be useful. I will say, it's probably good to have something like that for Blender. We were just looking at polycount posts, and there's people who are like black-pilled about polycount kind of dying, and it's a little bit sad. But I think it's just because a lot of people nowadays who are doing 3D are getting their information from other sources. One of the big ones is Reddit, so it kind of makes sense. That's the page for the community home app, but you can see it provides an area where you can provide info if you're the mods. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. I think it's a good idea. I mean, it'll still be useful to other people, right? It feels like it kind of makes it like a forum. Let me pull up my thing here. Okay. Whoops, bro, you gotta calm, you gotta chill. There we go. I opened Hammer, bro. I'm such a boomer. No. God damn it. All right. I gotta wait for Hammer to load. Here, get out of here, Hammer. A boomer. I'm a boomer at heart, okay? I got geriatric mechanics. So basically, you can imagine I write a program, put whatever I want in the area, it could display a 3D model. Oh, that would be really cool. Would that work on mobile? That would be really, really cool, though. How old are you? How old do you think I am? I'm curious. Do I look like I'm in my 50s? 69 years old? That is the correct answer. Okay, wait, I know which one this is, actually. It's this one. Oh, that's the wrong tree. That's small tree. 33. Close. Close. My life, dude. I keep pulling my windows up to the roof here. If you 69 him 420, that is some real shit. Okay, Snip just wants to force all my windows out, so I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna say, okay, Snip, I trust you. I'm actually 18, you guys. Hate to break it to you, but you're all wrong. I'm only 18. I'm 18 years young. Low-key, these trees, I really should have named something a little bit better. Let me see here. I'm just not even gonna move the snip. Whoops. Here we go. I have the mechanics of a 49-year-old. What games do you game? I tend to just go on benders of random games. Like, I feel like I don't really play games anymore. I play League of Legends with my friends at night just to like unwind in the four fun game modes. I want to play more indie games that I like by people that I follow on Twitter. I used to play an unhealthy amount of Garry's Mod. That was my my first love. Oh, you were playing Foxhole? Dude, I wanted to get that. It's on my wish list. It looks so fun. It looks so fun. It kind of reminds me of like the way multiplayer works in ESO, because it's like super long campaigns that are what's the word I'm looking for? Like drawn out, you know? Like Foxhole looks so cool, dude. Foxhole and also Hell Let Loose. This might not be the right one. It's a lot of work. It's fun. It's a war, not a campaign. Yeah, it is like an entire war, huh? Wow. I mean, I really like that. Like I like the long-term investment that you would get in a game like that, you know, where you like contribute to like the war effort, you know, in a very long and kind of methodical thing. So it's not just like, you know, quick stuff. It's persistent, so there's always something going on. Does it ever end? So like will it ever end? Like is there a point where a team eventually wins or loses, or like a faction wins or loses? Because I mean it's just if it's a war, then you know someone's got to win eventually. Is this the right tree here? 24/7 same war. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. I thought that somebody wins at the end. That's so cool though. Man, I love games like that, bro. One day I'll just make everything I've ever wanted to make in art, and then I'll be a gaming streamer, guys. I'll be a gaming streamer. And we can play Foxhole. I can grief. Yeah, once one team gets a hold of the required amount of point towns, they win. Oh. But is that just like on a smaller, that's like on a smaller level though, right? For like a specific area, region or something? I think I heard about that game in a video essay. Oh, really? In a video essay about mud. Interesting. I want to play Hell Let Loose. Hell Let Loose looks so I love like really immersive shooters like that. I love Verdun too. Verdun is such a good game. And I'm glad it like did well enough to warrant a sequel, or well, I guess 2 sequels. Isonzo and what's the other one? I forget the other one. You could spend 14 hours a day for a week and barely make a dent in what's going on. Jeez. I mean, I don't know. That's really cool though. It's like, I feel like that's really, really cool. Like that's, you know, it's what makes the game feel like a real immersive sim, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's not immersive sim or whatever, but looks pretty sick, not gonna lie. How many other games are like that? I feel like in a way Eve is sort of like that, right? Although Eve is more economy focused, I think. I never played Eve, but I feel like it's another game I probably would have sunk a lot of time into if I ever got into it. I think this tree is better. Yeah, that's a better tree. Okay, what else? Are there any other trees I'm missing? I don't think so. So this one's low-key good. I know this jar is weird. I'm gonna just pretend like it's not there for right now. I'm not gonna work about it. It's tons and tons of logi work, like logistics. Coordination is key. Do you play it a lot? Do you spend a lot of time playing Foxhole? I feel like I just do not have the time to play video games anymore. And like, if I do want to play a game, I feel so guilty when I'm playing. I think I got to be really distracted. Like I can't be as immersed in games as I want to anymore. Occasionally I'll buy an old game that I haven't played in a while. Like SWAT 4 is a game that I actually want to finish because it's got everything I've ever wanted in a game. But I always feel guilty when I'm playing. I'm like, I got to be working on something. Doggy. I've heard people talk about it when I was playing Foxhole. Interesting. Is it like proxy chat? It's like see, I have like all these games I never play. I do have BDO, but I really don't play it. I just like fish occasionally. Half Sword is still goated. I still play Gary's Mod occasionally. Nuclear Throne I play occasionally. Web fishing I don't play anymore, but why would I ever uninstall it? Of all these games, the GeoGuessr game sucks. The browser version is the only one that matters. I never finished Hylix 2. Hunt Showdown is so goated, but This game is exhausting. I do like one run or like 1 or 2 runs and I'm just like tired. Like, I don't know. I also need to play it with somebody else too. It's like there's like I have one friend who plays this game with me or used to play this game with me, and it's like when he's done, it's like, well, I'm not gonna play it by myself. Then also I do after work when I'm not working really. I feel it. I played Half Sword when it came out. Oh really? It's they've updated it a bit, I think, and maybe they don't have any news. Maybe it hasn't updated yet, but I'm on the sub, and the subreddit has a bunch of really interesting things that they're laying out for the updates. Ooh, Scream. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Ooh, I should probably look at my wish list low key, but I thought Foxhole was on. Oh, it is on my wish list. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it is, but yeah, I had a buddy who was like, "Oh, we should play it." I just like one day, okay, one day we're gonna retire and I'm gonna be a 65-year-old streamer, and then we're gonna be playing games. That's gonna be the move. What's my take on AI? I mean, my like boring idealist take is just that it's a tool that pretty much no matter what industry you're in, you're gonna inevitably probably need to befriend it in some way just to like optimize whatever you're doing. But you know, I think it is discouraging like seeing so much AI generated content. I think it's something that legislation certainly isn't progressing fast enough to deal with. So it's like, what are we really gonna do? And not AI for modeling. Yeah, I mean, I won't say too much about that because I don't think AI for modeling is it's gonna take a while before it gets anywhere that's even remotely useful. But AI, like in general, I mean, everybody's trying to use AI in their company or whatever. Something I'm still unsure about that I don't quite understand is like what exactly it is that like what the environmental ramifications of AI really are. Because seriously, like the way people talk about it is pretty scary. But I don't understand how it can be pushed so hard with that like being on the horizon, you know what I mean? Where people say, oh, you know, it uses this percentage of all like power and energy, and it's gonna, you know, it's gonna get worse and it's gonna do this, and it's like, well, I mean, how is that even possible? Like, why would they be pumping so much into it if it's just not that, I'm not saying that I'm like skeptical of it. I just don't know. I'm just curious about it. And to be fair, I haven't looked into it as I probably should. I'm gonna hold on a second. I'm gonna call this wide tree. And then, or that's the wrong one actually. Hold on. Let me see here. Which is this one? Oh, this is this one. I already named it. Hold on. We'll call this wait, which one is this? We'll call this split tree. Split tree. Environmental ramifications, like ambient effects. I mean, like, people often will talk about how much energy AI is using. That's what I mean. So people who aren't just anti-AI for aesthetic reasons or job reasons are they'll often talk about how like it's using so much energy that it's kind of like destroying the environment or whatever. And I'm like, sounds scary, but I have no idea how it's going to consolidate, because it's like, are people really going to be investing so much into it that we're just going to be completely cooked? I mean, it's not quite like oil, you know, where there's this, it's like, we know that there's a finite amount, but also we've gone a pretty long way using it. So it's like, it's not sustainable, but they're still trying to move away from it to some extent while they can, I guess. I will soon be able to watch my TV shows, eat my meals, and satisfy my chips. So I don't have to do anymore. Yeah. Well, I wish I was born like today or something. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we're gonna get cooked. Because it's like, okay, well, all of maybe not all of, maybe that's too doomer, but so much of what I think the world we were raised into is just going to be changing so drastically. And it's exciting, but it also feels like so many of the skills that we were kind of forced to develop are just not going to be as useful anymore. I don't know. You've been vibe coding differently. Things with lately with AI, interesting. I haven't really been able to do so. I haven't had the application for it quite yet. I think at some point I would like to try and vibe code like game mechanics, but I'm also not super interested in just making a game per se. I'm more so interested in just having like making art and stuff. So that's kind of why AI for me feels a little bit weird, because it's like I'll go on TikTok or Instagram or something, and I'll see things that are AI that are just blowing up, and they're kind of like doing the things that I sort of want to make, but they're able to just pump it out like crazy, and it's like that is discouraging. So I don't know. Like AI made a stop motion capture app that links up with Blender to move a hand rig. I mean, that's pretty cool. Well, see, that's the thing. It's like if AI will have an application to where you can use it for your own utility to like make your life easier, then I think that's going to be wonderful. And I think that's probably what the purpose of AI really is. I think that's AI's like technological niche, is that it's just going to make certain things that we don't want to do easier. I know not much about programming, but I can damn near build a whole house. I know 3D modeling, also blueprints, yada. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, it's like if there's gaps in your knowledge, you can always pick up some stuff on the peripheral. AI written code feels like food made with no love. See, I don't know anything about programming, so it's something that I just never touch. So I wouldn't really, like, whenever I think about what code I would want to use for something, I want to go on like the what's it called? For Unreal Engine, like I want to go on the asset store and just see what people are making, because or like follow tutorials or something with blueprints. But hold on, let me think about what I want to name this. Split tree, wide tree. We'll call it like mid tree. Mid tree. What's the difference between beside food reference? If it's what needs to be said to make something happen, it's what needs to be said. Do you mean like the difference between actually typing it out and then just generating it? Because I think that's what gets me hung up on the art side of it, because I could just use AI to make kind of all the projects I want to make. But I definitely wouldn't really feel good about posting it. He said he doesn't like AI code, or it feels empty. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think with code, I have no dog in that fight, to be honest. I think like my brain can't really wrap around it in terms of how that works. So having like, what is the difference between an AI writing it and a person writing it? I mean, I don't know. But the same could be said about all kinds of things, right? I think with AI, it's just a little bit different. Okay, let me export this first before I forget. Why is it so hard for me to talk and think at the same time? This is just going to be called, oh, I just realized they all come from really weird places, but I never moved them. So this will be UE, and this one is called mid tree. I'll just put it in the maybe not, actually. I'll just put it here. There's no sense of pride, outdated practices, no interest in a broader structure, pointless comments, little concern for performance, software designed like it's an academic exercise instead of a piece of virtual machinery. Interesting. I mean, that's really insightful, I think. And I think in a similar vein, that's exactly why I continue to make art the hard way. Because the human experience is missing. So say, you know, I'm not gonna be one of those people that is like crashes out against AI art, but I also am gonna generally respect the human artist a bit more, which I don't think is a very controversial thing to say. But coding, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know anything at all. Wide tree. No sentience. Well, it's not even just the sentience. And I mean, you want to get into consciousness too. It's like, I have a very not deep idea about consciousness, really. I feel like it's just our response to our senses, and it doesn't really go beyond that. I think probably everything has some semblance of that. We've just evolved as a really expressive and communicative species. So we feel like we're unique enough to call it something special because we're so special. Okay, now it's time to put these in. We're all ants, you know what I'm saying? Although I'm actually more like a tyrannid, you know, like a bug. Where's my model? Wait, where did I put it? Did I put it in Lincoln Yard? UE. Lincoln? Oh, it is. It's the wrong one. Really looking forward to the economy totally crashing. Dude, I don't know. Okay, people always talk about the AI bubble crashing. What does an AI bubble crash really look like? I feel like it's not going to be something like that housing market crash, or if anything, it would be closer to just evaluations dropping. So why did the Great Depression happen? I actually feel like I should know that. That's actually really embarrassing. I mean, did that have to do with people thinking they were always going to get returns on their investments, and then it kind of just like became oversaturated? Because maybe like people who are investing literally everything into AI, the writing is on the wall, I think. Like, you've already put your eggs in one basket for the 50-50 or for whatever chance that you're going to be the next big thing. And I think for you to imagine a world where you can't, or where like that doesn't happen or something, if that's too much for you, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's just a skill issue. But I don't know how much that's going to affect the average person. I feel like the average person isn't going to be affected that much unless they're working at a company that is like one of those companies that's like really, 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 and I'm not saying that I like don't have sympathy if you're in that situation, but it's like, especially if you're just like a working, you know, a person who's working class person who's not like crypto bro tier AI enthusiast. So it's like, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a persistent element in our lives. To what extent, I don't know, but we're still going to have ChatGPT in the next 20 years probably, or Copilot. Excessive speculation and excessive amounts of fractional reserve banking. I don't even know what that means. Fractional reserve banking. Charlie, can I get an analysis on that? Charlie knows quite a bit about economics. I can always count on him. I agree with what you're saying, though, at least the part that I understand, the excessive speculation. It's very obvious that it's kind of reminds me of like Tesla a little bit, I guess, where Tesla, I think, is still in a better position than most other car. Why does this tree feel so weird? But then a lot of car stocks, because it's like evaluated as a tech company. But with the AI stuff, it's like every single company's got to have like AI powered, you know, every company's got to be like AI powered, and it's kind of bullshit. Okay, where's my library? What's going on here? We import with dialogue. No, dude. Okay, what's up with that? Why is my context menu just completely gone? Revision control. It's a bit weird. This must be AI's fault. Epic headquarters. Is the details menu just, where's, am I dumb? What if the reason we don't see aliens is because once they develop AI, they're just going to spend their entire lives watching alien AI TikTok? I think that's what it is, really. I think that's what it is. Here's what's really going to happen. AI is going to take over our entire industries, so nobody's going to have to work ever again, and we're just going to watch AI generated TikToks all day. It's going to be absolute cinema. It's going to be absolute cinema. AI is going to do my job for me. AI is going to be an artist for me, and I don't have to do anything anymore. Preview scene settings. Dude, where's my stuff? Copy reference viewer? No. Brother. It should be in the details window. Not scene settings, right? Yeah. That's a bit weird, isn't it? That's a bit weird, isn't it? So the aliens are busy? I think they're just eepy. They're too busy for us. Can we just call it automation at this point? Yeah, I think that's generally the direction it's going. It feels like AI, I mean, I don't know. My knowledge is so limited, to be honest. But like LLM implementation is so flawed right now. I think one of the dumbest things people could say is that like it's not, you know, the criticisms of like pictures, especially just being like, oh, it can't do this, it can't do this, it can't do this, it'll like never do this. I think that's like grossly underestimating, you know, the potential. It's like we've seen how far it's come in such a little time. I think it's so silly to just be like, oh, it'll never be, you know. Like we're already at the point where there's certain images that can be generated that you just have, you'll never be able to tell really unless you're like a digital forensic analyst or something. Earth just has 0 views. It's like how most YouTube videos never got watched by anything. Oh, it's so sad. Actually, it seems to be only 5% of videos have no view. There's like that website that I learned about through Vsauce where you can find videos that have no views. I wonder if that's still up. That was like such an interesting link though. It basically was like it was like chat roulette, but with YouTube videos that had no views. You get some really interesting stuff there. Okay, well, I can't find this thing. I'll figure that out later. Let me just put this into the scene here and see what we're working with. They're a little big. That's okay. Epic. Good job, Unreal. Is it true 5% of videos just have no views? I mean, that's gotta be... It doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, that's an insane amount. So you get what I mean? Yeah, absolutely. I conceptually understand. If anything, it's more like it's like my live stream, you know what I mean? It gets very few views. But, you know, we're vibing. Shout out all the YouTube videos with 0 views though. Okay, this actually needs to be smaller. So let me make this to about the size that it would be if I'm walking through here. So this one needs to be pretty big. And this one could be pretty big too. These are okay trees. I'm satisfied with these trees. All right, let's check it out. Oh, I think their collision's probably messed up, right? Yeah, their collision's fucked up. I think that's all right though. Maybe. Speaking of views, some very popular videos have hit r/Blender in the past few days. Oh, nice. There's some very popular posts. Oh, I see. Nice. That's really good. I mean, Blender, I think r/Blender is like the, you know, it's the place to be if you're interested in 3D. Oh, that rhymes. Oh wait, I can just put the, okay, see, I don't want to put the material here because then the material has no The material has no, it's not pertinent or persistent to the model. Or is it just called tree? Tree. Churchwood mat? No, it's called tree mat. There we go. I know the materials are messed up, but once they hit r/all, you get a big boost in attention. Interesting. r/all. There's one thing that I never ever go on Twitter, or sorry, Twitter, Reddit for, and it's like seeing popular or whatever, you know, because I only ever really go on Twitter on my phone. Oh my fucking god, I keep saying Twitter. I only ever really go on Reddit on my phone, and I'll immediately know exactly if I'm not on my home if I just see a post that's like r/made me smile or something. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, oh, I'm on I'm on Popular Classic. It makes me feel so cynical. It's like my Reddit feed is just like it's just shit posting. It's just like all the it's like NFL, NBA shit posting subreddits, and then 3D shit posting and Warhammer shit posting. It's like I wouldn't want it any other way. Oh, and live stream fails, of course. But to be fair, live stream fails is basically just a Hassan Snark subreddit. So it's like after watching a couple LSF clips, I'm just like, okay, I think I'm done with all this. Let me change. Can I actually access the collision from here? Collision preset. Maybe we'll do a stream that's that is what's it called? Browsing on Popular and see how long I last. That'll be my stamina stream. Okay, I think that's okay. I think that's all right. I can make it pretty condensed here. There's only 3 different types of trees, but we're gonna be moving on the sizes and stuff. Oh my god, it's 9:12 already, bro. Why? I mean, I know I started an hour late, but it is I gotta do the nerdy punk dev method, you know? Get in 3 hours. Okay, there's no way this is the same tree. I think I didn't edit it. I think I just didn't edit it, right? There's no shot that's the same tree. Mid tree, split tree. I'm using the wrong tree here. I guess it is. It's just I just didn't thickify it. Do you have any ideas for stuff I could do with the community? That's a good question. I mean, what do I think would be really healthy for any community, really? Kind of hard. Like, Reddit itself is already fulfills, I think, a big aspect of getting people to converge on one idea specifically. So it's like, now that you have a bunch of people who are together and interested in that thing, I guess the thing is, maybe because there's other Reddits that do similar thing, but like if people, some sort of section, I could imagine like a section on the community hub or something about like projects where people can collaborate, or like say that they're looking for people or like work on projects or something, or like group projects. I feel like a lot of the 3D, I think I definitely fall into this problem, and I think a lot of people do, is like 3D, and I think digital art in general can feel very like isolating. It kind of can feel like people sort of stay in their own corners of the internet and just like make what they want to make and then don't really interact with that much. But I feel like what I really want to do, like a goal of mine, is to be more community oriented when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I think part of it thing for me is I feel like the way and the stuff that I work on doesn't, like, the things themselves are so simple that it doesn't really require, like, you know, a lot of people to make a bunch of them or whatever. But maybe people want to make renders together, or I don't know, just like more community focused things, either on projects regarding to, I don't want to say like podcasts, but just like speaking about 3D maybe in general. I don't know what else. I think like themed stuff could be cool. Like I think the contests idea could be good. I also have to remember that, like, I'm not the only, like, people who use Blender are not only using it for the same thing as me. Like, they're not just modeling low poly stuff. Like, people want to make really, or people do make really impressive and kind of grand work. And so the only thing about the contest stuff is, like, you will see some pretty incredible things, but it's kind of funny. I feel like the thing about the Blender, this is probably the thing with any art subreddit really, or any art community in general, is like when you have the best of the best posting and they constantly get the most interaction, you get like you can give people, what, I don't know what that would be called. You make people like self-conscious about their like the work that they're making. It's like, oh my god, everybody's using this program is so much better than me, you know what I mean? It's like confirmation bias or selection bias or something. So that's the only thing I would worry about with contests. But I always have kind of felt like 3D, when I would go on ArtStation or something, I find it more inspiring than anything else. I think a lot of people can get turned off when they see really strong work, but I always kind of feel like, wow, you can do really crazy stuff with these programs, and then it like makes me want to make something. That being said, what else could be a good idea? I mean, what do subreddits, I feel like the subreddit in general is in a pretty good spot for what it is, and I don't really know how much more you could do with it aside from kind of the things that you had talked about, like an AMA. I didn't even really know about the app thing, but that is kind of interesting. Or maybe like spotlights. I think a spotlight could be really cool. Like you give like spotlight shout outs to artists who are working in Blender, and then yeah, just find people who kind of use or really use Blender as their primary source for making models, or have like interesting content about Blender or something. Like that could be cool. Yeah. Or just like general, like I don't know if there already is, but like there's probably like a mega thread Q&A or something. I don't really go on the subreddit, like for the most part, but I will always I interact with posts and stuff, you know. But yeah, I don't really interact with like any subreddit, so it's a little bit hard for me to have my finger on the pulse, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's already in a pretty good spot. There's a lot of streamers who pretty much only use Blender, and they're making really impressive stuff. There's a lot of VTuber streamers too, who make like VTuber models and things, and like I think they could be spotlit, you know. That is kind of the nice thing about the streaming stuff too, is like people are just making such interesting stuff, and it's like totally open and shared with everybody. Like you can just go on Twitch and see people who are streaming like really good stuff, like very interesting things. I feel like I always learn something every time I go on a random, on like some Blender user, and I mean people will come in here and teach me all kinds of stuff. So too bad I'm not doing more complicated things, because then I would probably I'd probably learn a lot more, you know. But whatever, I still got time, you know. I'm only 67, so yeah. there's a BlenderCon in Austin this coming April, and Reddit has a program where mods can request $1,000 to $500 to fund community events. It seems like 2 opportunities I should turn into 1. Oh. You can request from 1,000 to 50K. Wow. That's really cool. BlenderCon. Have we talked about that? I didn't even know that that was the thing. Holy moly. That would be really cool to go to. Austin is somewhere I've honestly been thinking about moving to. I kind of can't right now, but maybe when I have a little bit saved up, we'll think about it. But it'd be really cool to go to an event like that. But yeah, I mean, that seems like a good idea. Combine those 2 things. Hey, here's a thought. Why don't you just switch over to Blender, Real? Imagine. I mean, I think people who use other programs they usually have a pretty good reason for doing so. I feel like it's kind of rare. Maybe this is just not, I don't know how true this is, but I think that when people are using another program, it's usually because it's like what they learned and it makes the most sense to use it for that. And they just like it better. And I think that's a good enough reason. Blender just feels better for me now. But I do miss Maya quite a bit. But also the difference is that what I'm doing now doesn't require a really unique application at all. So, I can pretty much do whatever I need to do in any program. I only ever used Maya originally because it had what's it called? Quad Draw, which was such a useful tool for retopology, but I'm not making complex models anymore. And I like all the silly UI. I mean, look at this, you know what I'm saying? It's like I could look at this all day, okay? I could look at this all day. Pictures that I take in the wild, compress them down, make them seamless, crunch the values a little bit. I mean, these UVs are mucked up, but we'll fix them. And then just moving things around, it makes me feel like I'm like a Fruitiger Aero Andy. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about Maya really. What do you use? Do you do 3D, right? Or you're saying you work on stuff? 3D modeling. Do you not use Maya? Low key, 3ds Max is like goated, but never in my life have I used it. I just think it's goated because one of my favorite artists of all time uses it, and if he uses it, it's gotta be good. But it's mad expensive. Hang on one sec. Okay. But I think that just Blender, like spiritually, is just so much better than, other 3D programs on the market. I think like the fact that it's free, it's open source, the community, it feels like the underdog too, it's this open source tool for creativity in a world that feels so just like, especially with like Autodesk and kind of the foothold they have in 3D education, and just like, I don't know, I'd be curious to learn like the history of that, but it just seems like schools teach you in Maya, really. They teach you in like what industry standard software is. And I mean, you don't need to use it if you can get the job done, which I think most people in production understand that. But if you're in a big pipeline where you need to use Maya, it's like, you got to use Maya. I don't know what to tell you. Let me like move this up a bit. This is a little bit weird, I think. Idea: embed Blender into the Reddit app. Hope it runs. That could be a good idea. Can I send links here? Yeah, you can send a link as long as it's not anything crazy. You know what I mean? Although I feel like Beat is limit testing the channel rules constantly. So I'm sure whatever you put in is going to be fine. It should let you put it in. My God, remember the day where we were messing with Miles and Maya? That was That was quite interesting. Is this a little bit too thick? I think it's not expressive enough. If I'm being real, I'm gonna like move this like here maybe, and like do something kind of crazy. Let's check it out. Oh, it's me. Hi. What a goober. You made that a while back, and since then you've improved. Oh, whoa. Wait, this is sick. Why is it my thing so weird? Why is Imgur so weird? This is sick. Oh my god. Kind of a hard surface kind of guy, huh? What'd you make this in, man? Wow. See, like animating and constraints and motion is so outside of my realm. Like this is super interesting. I love a V8. The first car I drove was a V8. Mercury Mountaineer. Most powerful car I'll ever drive in my life. Wow, that was really cool, dude. Did you just like made that for fun, or was that in like it kind of looks like a video you'd see, or like an instructional thing, you know, when you're watching like a how-to video or how something works, and then you see the car and it becomes translucent, and then you see like the engine underneath. Like it kind of reminds me of that. And I mean, it looks really good. Like it looks really good. Was it made in Blender by any chance? Oh, Blender mentioned. These square branches really do something. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you were a 3ds Max Andy. Hard surface is just one of those things I think I'll probably never do. I just like don't have, my brain just gets like fried whenever I try and do anything that isn't just moving around verts like a monkey. Because it's all I want to do. I just like treating polygon or little vertices like they're clay, you know what I mean? Sorry, oh, you're all good, I was just kind of asking what the what that animation was for, if it was for anything. Because it seems like it could have been in like a video about car anatomy. Oh, you're all good. Okay, so you missed all my comments about it? Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. I see how it is. Just hobby? Okay, cool. Was he what program did you do that in? Did you do that in Blender? There's like those I really like the programs for industrial design, and I've never used them in my entire life. You missed it all. Okay. I mean, you're gonna fire and forget a link? I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, you did it in Blender. Oh, cool. Hell yeah. Everybody should be using Blender, right? But yeah, I mean, I was just saying I thought it was pretty cool, and I like that it looks like something that you would see when you're watching a video about how like a car works or something, you know, and then the entire car would go translucent, and then like show you how it works on the inside. You had to piss and rip a pup, fair enough. I mean, when duty calls, you know, I understand. Blender cured my depression, saved my failing marriage, and gave me superpowers. That's so real. That is so real. Blender took care of my kids for me, man. It raised my kids, got me, you know, recovered me from my addiction. I owe my life to Blender. Shout out Blender. But yeah, I mean, at the very least, future just looks so bright for Blender, which is wonderful. So knock on wood, nothing too crazy happens. Pretty sure Ton is like handing the company over to somebody who, or handing Blender over to somebody who is really passionate about the mission. You know what I mean? He's selling to Autodesk. Wait a second. Wakes up in a cold sweat. Wait. Francisco City, interesting. He's chill, nice. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't imagine Ton doing anything, anything crazy. God, that would be scary. That would be a little bit scary. The C is pronounced like a chi. Okay, I wasn't sure. Is he Italian? Francesco Cidi. Sounds Italian or Spanish or like Macedonia or something. I think Blender being not so easy to learn is good for it. You think so? I mean, maybe it's just, how many times can I say confirmation bias in one day? But I feel like Blender is more like, you still have to learn how to use it, but you also have to learn how to use every program ever, or like anything really. It's like, how intuitive can a program be without really limiting its potential, I guess, unless you're doing something like digital sculpting and like ZBrush. Even ZBrush has a really crazy learning curve. The funny thing about like Blender, I think, is not difficult to learn if you know what you want to do. Because the same way you would learn any 3D program, you can kind of just apply that to Blender, and it works the same. And I think Blender is very accessible in that reason. There's also there's so much good documentation about it in free tutorials, and so many people use it. And it's like, I don't know. I'm curious, what do you think that there's like an easier 3D program to learn that has kind of the same, that's like on par with what Blender does? Because I feel like Maya is a way higher barrier to entry. Same with Max. And yeah, it's like, what else? What other programs are people really using nowadays? Let's be real, you know? Okay, I'm gonna compress this a little bit. We're gonna do a little bit of compression here. ZBrush though, like, let me tell you, ZBrush is, I think, my favorite program ever. To be honest, I think at some point I'll buy a license. I'll buy one of the cheaper license, and then just do sculptures. Cause man, I miss ZBrush. I miss ZBrush. Definitely not the large community and many tutorials. They produce a key component for creating a path for people to follow. Interesting. Yeah. I mean that, yeah. Like you're saying that you think Blender is easier to learn out of all the 3D programs, right? Or you're saying it's not, but it's the community that makes it easy, or it's like both. Cuz like when I learned, dude, oh my god, I just got a crazy flashback. I remember when I wanted to learn 3D. It's so funny cuz everything I do is so simple now, but when I wanted to learn 3D, I was working as a server and a bartender, and in my spare time, I was like reading through the Blender documentation on my phone and like writing down like the shortcuts, and like quizzing myself on like the shortcuts and random Blender things like on myself. So I'd be like working and then doing something, and then, oh my god, I was like way too, a little too dedicated to that. God, that's, yeah. Funny. Using Blender for like 5 years, and I've seen what it's capable of. It's a jack of all trades, and I think that is more valuable. That's more valuable than a program that's just one thing. Well, I mean, what if you want to do that one thing though? Like, what if you only want to do industrial design and you want to use like Rhino or whatever? Like, you can just use Rhino. I agree. I think I agree. Blender is definitely a jack of all trades, but to each their own. I say, you know, people will be interested in just doing one specific thing. I think Blender's texture painting leaves a lot to be desired. And I think body paint in like 3ds Max is just kind of better, or like Substance Painter or something. But I respect it if you want to use Blender, you know? I don't know how you do it. But I also like hand painting my textures in GIMP though, because I'm a dumb animal. So I think people give up things that are difficult to fathom. True. I mean, I think that's with most things, right? It's like there's a level of working through that's hard. What is shift? Shift plus E in edit mode. Shift E? I don't know. What is this doing? Shift E is twist? Wait. What? Wait, why have I never thought about that? Wait, hold on. Does it only work? Do I have to use it on a face or something? Wait. Shift E. What's going on here? Does this even do anything? What's happening? Did I like extrude them by nothing? Is that what's happening here? Am I like soft locking my extruded values or something? Whoops. No. Oh, Shift-E is edge crease? Oh, wait. So if I just hit Shift-E. Oh, interesting. Oh, so it makes all those edges hard. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's actually pretty useful. You know what dude, I feel like I'm crazy. I think it was something in Maya, but you could like hold an edge and then use the scroll wheel to like move along an edge loop. You can't do that in Blender, can you? I mean, I know you could just grab the whole edge loop, but it's so funny. Uses the 3D cursor as a pivot point. Unfortunate. That was not the that was not the right answer. It controls how much smoothing the subsurface modifier. Yeah, I see. Oh, so does it actually change it by a percentage? Is that what's happening here? Interesting. You've this millions of times a sub D. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's so funny. I feel like there's so much in 3D that I just never do because I have my own dumb random niche application for what I need. And so much of it is just like I don't even need to subdivide something. Or if I do subdivide something, it's to get the shape that I want so that I can manually get it into the position I need it to be. I think I'm going to bring this down a bit. I feel like you're never going to be able to see the top of this tree. Or the, this. It's kind of no point. Try to edge crease on a default cube and gain some intuition. I don't know how much. The thing is, I'm a chronic smoother though. I feel like usually what I do for my smoothing, because just the way that I work, if I'm not just auto shading smooth, I'll I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Come back. I'll what's it called? I'll just like grab the thing and then just like I need this to be sharp, so I just like mark sharp. Or wait, I think I might be dumb actually. I think I might not be knowing what you're talking about. Hold on. Let me add a cube here. I guess I don't need to have these hidden. But like you're saying if I hit Shift E, it'll crease to a certain extent. It's a crease though? Hold on. Do I need to have a material on it first to be able to see it? Am I stupid? Wait, hold on. You're gonna actually be able to see it with material. I mean, it should be able to see the smoothing now. He's right that when you use edge crease, when you have subdivision surface mod working, it tights up the edge you use it on. Oh, I see. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. My cube, whatever. On a cylinder. So it needs to be subdivided. Like, I've never subdivided a cylinder. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Wow, I didn't know that that was a thing. That's actually kind of cool. I'm thinking about Michael Stryker right now. Because I feel like he was working on a project and I didn't know how to crease it. And I was like, I mean, I guess you just shade it sharp, right? Well, what's the difference between this and then making it sharp, marking it sharp? It doesn't do anything. I guess it wouldn't because it's not using the mesh, it's using the generated mesh. That's interesting. Now related to now do the circle the top or this edge loop, really? Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh. Oh. Wow. Holy shit. Wait, that's actually huge. Dude, I'm such a dumb animal. I literally would have just done this every single time. It's like, oh, I need my model to be sharp at the bottom. So, like, I mean, is it better practice to do that? Interesting. So is this isn't changing the geometry at all, right? I like that I still have mirror on, or X-ray. Interesting. Wow. Top and bottom faces. Just the face, baby. It's pretty cool. Can I undo it too? I can. Wow. Fuck vertical edges. You don't like these? You don't like these edges? Interesting. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, you'll learn something new every day. Can I clear edge split? I can do all kinds of weird shit with this. Somebody came in and showed me these mesh tools and I never used them. And the edge tools. He said he uses offset edges quite a bit, and I don't really understand why. I guess if you're a modeler, you're probably using these things quite a bit. It does change the geometry just in a way that AutoCAD does, but this is mesh editing combined with another form of modeling. I see. Interesting. There's nothing wrong with those edges, but it's not really, what I was trying to show you. I feel, yeah. I mean, I think this makes more sense. Doing the tops. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Epic. So I could do that. I could do that with my tree if I really wanted, right? I could just say, let me save just in case it crashes. I could say, come on, brother. Here. Sub. And then go like, hey, buddy. It didn't do anything. Wait, am I dumb? I guess it's because there's no way you can deform. I could just do this and pretend like it's, what's it called? Well, okay, actually, I'm curious what the topology, hold on, I want to see something then. This is just for my own, this is, I just want to see everything here. I mean, this is just for my own interest. So if you actually do that, and then you say, let's like, you know, make that sharp. If you apply this, what's the topology going to look like? Is it going to have a bunch of edge loops that are really close together here? A good way to combine organic with mechanical models. Yeah, I could imagine that. I think that's what I was thinking a little bit about too. I was like, wow, you can, because I always wondered how you would make, how like people do that. I think that's why hard surface feels so difficult to me, because it's like, I just like moving verts around and I'm not clean. Control 1, 2, and 3 to quickly add subdiv modifier. Oh, I didn't know that. While in object mode, it's the more based way of doing things. Okay, I'll try to remember that. I never, there's very few modifiers that I use. Look at it. All right, let's see. Boom. So, interesting. So how is it holding its shape? Wait, why am I asking that? I know how it's holding its shape. It's because this is the topology. I guess my brain is totally just like on generator mode, and I'm thinking like, oh, how is it? But it's just because this is quite literally the topology. Wow. So you don't need to do all that. I guess theoretically you could, if you were to, like, because you could also just do this, right? Like you could. You could take, no, that won't work. Right? Or will it? I was gonna say you do something like this. This is hollow, right? You do something like this and then just like, oh, scale it by 0, and then you kind of get the same thing. But it's not gonna be as accurate as the actual top of the where the topology is. It is kind of magical though. Oh, I can't see your modifier because you're facing the... But there is a way to see what it would look like if you're in edit mode. Oh, is there really? I'm not going to subdivide this one anymore. Epic. Why don't I just delete this thing? I don't need this anymore. So you said I can just add a thing and then control 1, 2, 3. Wow. Easy. The shape is supported by the steel beams inside of the object. True. Steel beams. It's magic. It is magic. There are multiple ways to skin a cat. That's true. That's what my math teacher would always say. Or there's more than 2 ways to skin a cat or something like that. I was like, what? What are you talking about? What was I gonna try with this? I feel like I wanted to see something. Maybe that was it. This is quite an interesting exercise. Sometimes I'll see like really some of these like AAA models or AAA games and stuff, and I'm like, I feel like I have 2 different reactions. I have one where I'm like, that's super cool, it makes me want to make a character or something, and then I'll just be like, God, that looks like so much work. I do not want to do that. But learning tricks does make me feel a little bit better about the process. There's more than one way to skin a cat, is what he said. Okay. I think that's probably the more accurate phrase that they would say. Weird to be saying that to high schoolers, but I don't know. We're all like, what do you mean by that? Like, don't understand. What do you call that? Is it like a? It's not like an idiom. It's like a Oops. Let me just hide this. Which was the one I was actually working on? It's split tree, right? Yeah. No, it's mid tree. No, it's split tree. I lied. Watch some of the subdivision surface modifier videos about it. I'm sure there's so many videos. There's so many videos I need to watch about Blender things. Holy moly. Hey, I mean, they come in handy, man. I mean, again, it's Blender. Blender takes another easy W with all of the free tutorials that are out there. Shout out YouTube. Blender tutorials. At some point, I bet there's going to be plugins that do a little bit of what I'm trying to do maybe easier. And I know that what I'm doing isn't the most, it's definitely not the most efficient way to do it, but I'm very trial and error based. I need to like move verts around and then see what I like. But I should honestly, I think what I want to do before next stream is prepare a little bit conceptually what the scene I want to make is going to look like, so that I'm not just sort of like fiddling around with trees the whole time. Although this is something that I needed to do, and I did want to I did organize most of my materials, but I also learned that it means you need to resource them in Unreal. So that I'm gonna have to hold off on until I render that other scene, which I guess I'll do because maybe I don't care about the pot. I don't know how important that pot is, if I'm being real. The pot with the smoke. It feels like an afterthought, and I don't want that to be the case. If it's gonna feel like an afterthought, it's not a good idea. Even if it isn't technically an afterthought. Even the shorts are damn good tricks. I think those make you better. Yeah. I think the manual way of doing things bit by bit has to be in the past. You learn fundamentals but move on. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's going to depend on the project. I think if I'm, again, if I'm working on something that's very, very dense, very complicated, then there's an efficient way to do it. But because everything I'm making is just whatever I want to make, and it's so easy to kind of make grand things, it's like the geometry is all here. I'm not modeling anymore. I mean, I'm just like trying to get this shape that I want, and that's something that I can't exactly do with like a modifier or something. Or maybe I could put like a noise modifier in the vertices or something, kind of move them around. But it's mostly about scene composition. That's kind of that's the real thing. So it's like the modeling is easy. Getting the scene to look a certain way is kind of the hard, like the design is the hard part. You know what I'm saying? That's the least stoner thing you've said. I don't care about the pot with the smoke. The anti-stoner rhetoric is going too far off the rails. Too far. Put subdivision surface modifier on that tree. It makes it a little round. Oh, what's up, Pikaku? How you doing? Hi, gang. What's up, Pikaku? My God, it's 9:51. I don't know how we're still alive, but I'm glad you're able to say what's up, Pikaku. How you doing? How's your day? How was your Tuesday? We're just vibing, talking about Blender. You got some Five Guys today? Ooh. Lucky, bro. I haven't had Five Guys in so long. Oh my God. Five Guys is just, it's so dank. But it's hella expensive. But I feel like, so all the food around me is so expensive. I can't even say Five Guys is too expensive anymore, because it's probably about the same price as the rest of the food around me now. But I'm Five Guys' strongest soldier, for sure. We're planning the future of Blender in here. Yeah, that is exactly what it is. The fries range from mid to mid, but taste like peanut oil. Dude, come on, bro. Five Guys fries are so dank. Yay, dude. We're doing it. We're planning out the future of Blender. All right, I think that's good. I think it's also I want to talk and do design at the same time, and I'm not as good at it as I want to be yet. At some point, I'll be absolutely goated. And I'll be able to do exactly what I'm trying to do and not fidget around like crazy. But this is like the equivalent of me like surfing in CS:GO. You know, I'm not doing it because I have to. I'm doing it because I want to. From mid to mid, more like meh to meh. Dude, Five Guys fries are goated. Are you kidding me? They give you the bag. I hit F by accident. They give you the bag with all the fries in it, bro. Don't you know the Damn song from back in the day? Whoever was reviewing Five Guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. You know what I'm talking about? They going ham. This is how bacon is supposed to be. Exactly. They give you a million fries and it's not gonna make them taste better. Bro, I love them though. Come on, bro. They're so dang. You have a graphics tablet? I do. I actually, that's what I did pretty much all my ZBrush stuff on. My monitor that I'm using, my second monitor is it's a XP pen that I got a long time ago when I was planning on, God, originally I wanted to like be a concept artist. I was like, I'm gonna just draw all day, and I did, but I don't know. On a pen, I feel like it was just like driving me crazy. It was a skill issue, but we have it. We still have this pen. That's XP pen. It's going strong. Jeez, it's like 8 years old. That's crazy. But I do appreciate the amount you give you in a large bag. A large Five Guys fry could feed a family of 6. True. Yeah, they give you a ton. I mean, I don't know, dude. I won't stand for this Five Guys slander. Okay, Five Guys is just is absolutely goated. Maybe rose tinted glasses, maybe because it's been a while, but Gurger was good though. I'm glad the Gurger was good. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that's all that you really care about. I definitely have a problem where I'll eat a bunch of fries before I even touch the burger. And that's obviously no good. No matter how good the fries are, they shouldn't be able to, they shouldn't be better than the burger. Let's be real. Like, no matter how good the fries are, they shouldn't be better than the burger. Honestly, my hot take, I don't know if this is a hot take. This is just you either feel this way or you don't, but I really don't like crispy fries. So that's the thing. I like Five Guys fries because they're soggy and they're thick, you know, but and they're sweet too. Aren't they sweet? Or they taste kind of sweet. Maybe it's the peanut oil. But oh no, I'm thinking of Wingstop. Wingstop fries are really good too. But I don't like crispy fries. I do not like In-N-Out Burger's fries. I just don't like In-N-Out Burger's fries. I think In-N-Out Burger makes a great burger. They're cheap. They're affordable. We'll say they're affordable. I don't like their fries. I think their fries suck. I think crispy fries absolutely suck. Arby's curly fries are the best. Nobody could possibly convince me otherwise. I've never had Arby's before. Arby's might be like, Arby's just doesn't feel appetizing to me. I'm not like all the meat commercials is like, I don't have anything against eating meat, but too much meat is a thing for me for sure. Like I'll have a steak, but the meat, the Arby's meat commercials just are not appetizing to me. Feel a little bit weird. A little bit weird in it. I would be a massive Wingstop fan if it didn't take 3 hours to get a basket. Dude, yeah, they do take a while. They really do take a while. I wonder what it is. I mean, I'm assuming they start the order when you make it, right? But why does Wingstop take a while? Is that all wing places? I feel like I remember Buffalo Wild Wings taking a while too, back in the day. Man, the life was simpler, you know what I mean? Life was simpler. You could just go to Buffalo Wild Wings, get some dank. Okay, this tree is starting to look like this one, I think. Is it? No, it's not. Wait, what about this one? Oh, it's adequately different. Okay. We're getting there. We are getting there. But yeah, what is it with Wingstop that takes so long? I wonder if they're just I mean, they are always busy when we go, I will say. It's not like they're just not busy. You know what I mean? Hot take, but wings always sound better in theory. They're never as good as they sound in your head. I feel like that's a lot, like I don't disagree, but I think that goes the same with most food, where the idea, unless you have really low expectations, I feel like whenever you're really craving something, there's very few places, at least in my opinion, where the craving isn't just satisfied, but like, you know, the conditions have been met as to what made that craving crazy. Maybe it's because I feel guilty after I eat really crappy food. I'm just like, I don't feel as good. I'm like, oh my God, I wanted a burger so bad and now I feel like crap. I don't know. I'll be honest, I never understood the hype around wings. I mean, I like the event of going to sport, like, or watching a game, like when a game is on and it's like you're gonna go a place where there's wings. I just enjoy that because it's like, I like the chicken that you get, you know, around the wings. It's just like eating them on the bone is just, there's something about it that feels really good. And then the sauces are always kind of good too. It's more of like an atmosphere thing. I mean, very rarely would I like make wings myself or cook wings. It's like, it's definitely something that I'm going to want to go out and do, you know, whereas like a sandwich or something, I would make at home, or maybe get a good sandwich somewhere. But it's like wings are something that you're always going to get when you go out. It's a Southern thing. I mean, it's popular up here too. I mean, I'm in California, and wings, there's a huge wing culture here. Maybe I'm just not a wing guy. I don't know. The options are kind of bad though. The bone-in wing tastes immaculate, but you basically get no meat, you know? And the boneless, I mean, wings are like a scam in my opinion. I think wings are an absolute scam. Like fiscally, but excuse me. But the wing deals you can get from Wingstop, where I think they used to do like 76-cent wings or something. It's like, that's pretty, I mean, or 50, I don't know. They were relatively cheap. Wings are just a little bit more expensive than they need to be because you eat maybe like 40% of the wing. so much of its concentration is bone. Unless you're scared, you know. I always eat the bone though. I'm getting my money's worth, you know what I'm saying? Just chomp on it after. Also, I'm realizing I'm grabbing these without moving the other vertices, but whatever. Eating chicken like that is natural. It's not processed. Like on the bone, maybe that is why it feels better. But also, I think if you're eating a chicken in the wild, like when you get a bucket of chicken wings, you're eating like 20 different chickens, right? I mean, chicken's only got 2 wings. It's like if you're eating a whole chicken, the bone, technically eating any chicken would be, I guess it's not. No matter what, if it's bone-in, it's not gonna be processed unless it's some super, like, I don't know, lab grown chicken or something. Gotta go again. Glad to have shared my wings opinion. Thank you for sharing. Good luck. Thank you. I think we're gonna be ending pretty soon too, because we'll rate out and see what somebody else is up to. But usually I just go till 9, but I started a little bit later, so I think it's appropriate to keep the conversation going, you know. But thank you, Pikaku, for vibing. I'm always happy to have you here, you know. Thanks for making the community what it is, you know what I mean? And just vibing as usual. I just spilled water on myself. That's embarrassing. Actually need to get more water. All right, this tree is a little bit weird, but that's okay. All of these trees I keep feeling like need to be shorter and shorter until eventually they're gonna be they're gonna be like midget trees. They're gonna be so small. Spill some and some more, make it look deliberate, start a new trend, just keep spilling, just be like completely all over myself, and then just keep getting water and then spilling on myself. I'll be like a physical comedy streamer, you know what I mean? I wish there was more streamers like Germa. I feel like Germa was so good at that. And Germa, I don't know if there's other streamers that really quite do that, but like Germa does not get enough love, honestly. Like he is definitely beloved, but the like playing up like his slapstick antics is something that definitely defined my childhood appreciation for him. Love that man. Just keep spilling, and then just like my room, you just see water filling up in the back. Like it's like flooding, and then I'm like slipping all over the place. I'm like, oh my god, you guys, this is like so embarrassing, you guys. Kind of like the like Big Money Salvia with internet comment etiquette where it's like, well, I'm gonna like do gardening on salvia, and you just take a fat rip of salvia and just completely like be incapacitated for like 30 seconds. You just like do absolutely nothing. There was no gardening. There was no gardening getting done on salvia. What an absolute banger. What an absolute banger. Well, yeah, I think the move would be to probably check out what, you know what? You guys interested in seeing what another Blender streamer is up to? I know there's plenty. There's so many. There's so many. There's ones doing art. People playing Black Desert online. What an incredible game. Or VTuber. What other streamers do you guys watch? Laughing at the slugs. You like the slugs? I'm a big fan of slugs. They're not appreciated enough, you know what I mean? People in the art channel playing Pow World. What's up with that? Or the slug VTubers. How many slug VTubers do you know? You guys know Jedum. I haven't heard from Jedum in a while. I wonder what he is up to. People are doing some, dude, I should do something Halloween. What should I do that's like Halloween related? I feel like all the work I make is kind of eerie. That's kind of the point. So it's like, I guess I would have to play Phasmo. You know what I'm saying? If I want to be extra eerie. Extra eerie. What's going on here? Oh. Wait, they're doing... Oh, I forgot people do, like, co-streaming and all kinds of stuff. Why am I getting ads, bro? Did you guys get ads when you came in here? I'm more interested in the 3D stuff. Let's just see who's using Blender. We'll find it. We'll find a Blender demon that's up at 10 on a Tuesday. Oh my god, if you search Blender, I'm like one of the people. There's like three VTubers, and then there's me. Hell yeah. We made it, you guys. Big fan of the slugs. Oh, this guy looks sick. Wait, this is some cool stuff. This guy's making a really interesting thing here. Oh, he's in Spanish though. I think we're probably gonna have to go to an English stream. Otherwise I'm gonna feel bad because I'm not gonna be able to say a whole lot. They don't have to be tagged with Blender. Is my stream even tagged with Blender, you guys? It should be, right? VTuber. This person's a VTuber. Interesting. Peach Forge. They've got the English tag. Oh, they're doing something cool. What are they working on? Here, I actually think this this could be cool. Wait, let me refresh the page. Surely I'll decide, guys. What do you guys think about low poly trees? This is truly the height of technological prowess, no? You know what I'm saying? Just chatting. Everyone's in just chatting. They got dragons and stuff. People are doing all kinds of crazy things. Bruh. It's just like nobody doing art. We could go into one of the VTuber things. I think we'll just do it. 3D Lokes. It's Haywee with 3D locks. Dude, this person's avatar is pretty cool.
Going well.
Let's raid this person. It's Haywee.
You big chillin'. Got some requests on. So
Dude, I need to make like borders, like 3D borders and things, you know what I'm saying? I don't do it because I'm so bad at this. But we're gonna show some love with the raid. If you can just say what's up, tag along, show some love. This person's doing some Blender stuff. But I appreciate y'all being here. Motherfucker Jones, Abernick, Pikaku, Beat, if you're listening. It's been a vibe, and I appreciate it. And should be good tomorrow. It's Wednesday. Every day I'm gonna be trying to start at 6, so we'll see how it goes. Well, I appreciate it, you guys. And stay safe, be careful. We're gonna raid out, okay? Alright, I'll catch you later. See you.